guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. First of all, Esther, thank you so much for the Genifique, and Win Fairy sent me 2 more cans of the Win hairspray. Thank you so much for all of my birthday wishes and my birthday prezzies, and I love you guys so much, and you mean the world to me. I know I tell you that every video, but it's true. On to what we're supposed to be doing, because this is, I got a feeling, going to be really long, because I felt the need to talk the entire time I was decluttering eyeshadow palettes and tell you why. I don't even know if you care. But I want to get through the singles too. I've got all these eyeshadow sticks. All right, so these are from Lancome, and they actually sent me these a long time ago. And this one is my favorite. I know, because it doesn't have the end. The end broke off. These aren't going anywhere. I love these. When I need something really fast, this is a really quick, easy way to do it. Others do exist, though you know I'm always going to pick Lancome. Lancome is my favorite, and these are awesome. Unfortunately, I have 4 that have to hit the trash, and it's because they are cream. I've not used them in forever, and they're old. I regret having to let go of these. These are the Avon sticks. They don't have these anymore. I'm not using them primarily because they're old, so I need to just get rid of them and stop saving them, because I have a sentimental attachment to something that isn't around anymore. So here's this Milani. This is one of those ones that has a doe foot, and you can put it on your lid and it's real shimmery. I think this actually has glitter. It's gorgeous. That's why it's halfway gone. It is called Zero Light Luster Light. Look at that. Really pretty, right? Let's think about this after I swatch these, because I just got these from Ofra. These were sent to me by Ofra and the Octoly Network, and these are called Bossy Eyes, and they're like this, but I think, because I've got it on today and I've worn them before, I don't think they are as glittery as this one. If I can get a shade that's close, I'll go ahead and let the Milani go. So this one here is Rosé. That's the one I have on today. And, oh yeah. See, these are more shimmer than glitter. So look at that. And this one is Fortune. I wore Fortune yesterday. I love Fortune as well. So, ooh. This one is 5-star right there. Still not the color of that one. And this one is Penthouse. I've worn Penthouse as well. That one right there is Penthouse. Whoa. Okay, yeah, definitely hanging on to those. 1, they're brand new. 2, they're absolutely gorgeous. This one here is the Wet n Wild in Fairy Tale Ending. All right, and that is this. So, you know, basically I think I'm going to hang on to all these because none of them are the same. That one right there is Fairy Tale Ending. It's kind of a taupey, smoky plum. And we got these 2 Wet n Wilds. This is Brulee. Actually, this is Creme Brulee. You can't get Creme Brulee anymore. As you can see, I've hit pan. Of course, that's going nowhere. Nutty is iconic. Obviously, this is the old formula because it has the swirl right there is Nutty. This is bad, guys, because I don't think I'm getting rid of much. I don't think I can get rid of this either. This is Neutrogena's Dusty Mauve. It's just an excellent one and go. All right, then I've got 2 of these L'Oreal Infallibles. This will go nowhere. I can tell you right now. I just had this on, and so many of you were like, what do you have on your eyelids? And this is it. I think it's called Endless Sea. This one's called Glistening Garnet. I think I just hang on to it because I think it's gorgeous, but I have other shadows in palettes that will do this one, so this one might go. Because of the Milani, there's now glitter residue all over my hand, and I remember now. That's why I stopped wearing it. So because this is a cream, I can't give it away. I am going to go ahead and get rid of it, even though I like the shade. I just really like stuff like these, where there's no glitter, even microscopic, in it. Urban Decay's Lounge. No, not letting go of that. If you want a $6, almost dead-on dupe for this, then Sydney Grace has one called Red Chameleon. So this shade is like one that is green, but as you blend it up and out, it turns a reddish brown color. Lounge is beautiful. It stays. Here is a Revlon Color Stay in Emerald. These are so cute. They have the little brush right here. I don't think have had this that long. You just take the brush and ironically enough, it actually shows up better if you use the brush instead of your finger. So that's an emerald green. And I do love it, so it's staying. These two shadows, there were three. One of my treasured Canadian friends sent these to me years ago, and I let my sister have one of them, but I hung on to these two, and they're going nowhere. So the other one was more of a taupey color, and no, these are fabulous pigmentation. Oh my gosh, I love this. Maybe I will let go of the L'Oreal Garnet because I have this. And it's so gorgeous. So there they are right there. These are fabulous. I love them. Thank you again. You know who you are. I love you so much. I'm hanging on to those and I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, now we're going to move into creams and pigments. This one I feel like a really mean person even pulling this out and showing this to you because Sydney Grace doesn't make it anymore. But you get these pigments and they will last you forever. They don't go bad. You know, so I got two MAC ones that I won't let go of. These are little sample sizes. I can't imagine why you would ever need a full size MAC pigment. That's why I got these. They're only like 10 bucks. This one is Kitschmas. I can tell you right now, just looking at it. This is Kitschmas and this is tan. And gorgeous. This is Sydney Grace Dublin. This will never go anywhere, because I love green and I love this. So you can use a pigment just like this where you put it on or you can get it wet. And Dublin, you almost have to get wet. Can you see that green? The last two things in the little single shadow bin are these Sydney Grace creams. I mean, really, you need like a dot of that. This one is called My Bond. And you put these on, they'll stay all day. They will not go anywhere, I promise you that. And this one here is like the... I showed you, this was Urban Decay Lounge. And this is Starry Night by Sydney Grace. In this tube will last you forever. See? Yes. So this way I end up keeping on the single creams, not palettes. Yeah, I know, I didn't do as good a job as I did on the palettes. Jaclyn Hill. This is the original formula. This is the original one. I love this palette. But I kind of feel like if I get rid of this palette and I ever want it back again, I won't get the original formula. True, I do not like Morphe. And here's another one. This one here was the one before anything. Remember the JH on the back when they had the New Year's Eve thing happen where she released her very favorites of their shadows. Okay. And believe it or not, I keep holding on to this because of that green right there. I love that green. If you're collecting Jaclyn Hill things, I think that this palette is a collector's. I have this FabFitFun box here. I'm going to put this in the box of things that my family can go through. This one here, put that right there in undecided. This is fairly new. I just got this. This is the Wet n Wild 40th anniversary big palette, and it's got just about every kind of shade that you could want in it. I think I'm gonna pass it on. Next we come to the Emily Edits. This is the Wants palette. I love this palette. I'm not getting rid of this palette. It's a keeper. I'm keeping it. Celestial Thunder by Dominic Cosmetics. No, this is not something I want to keep. So I'm gonna pass that on. I just got this in a BoxyCharm not too long ago. But this palette is all the wrong colors for me. It's just not something that I want to keep. It's very nice though, I like it. The Tribe, Juvia's Place. I bought this, no lie, I bought it for that shade right there. Trying to make myself ask the question, have I used it in the last 6 months? Do I see myself using it in the next 6 months? I'm gonna think about it. The Juvia's Place Mascarade. Oh my goodness, goodness, look at that. Love the purples, love the blues. Okay, I'm gonna pass this on. Juvia's Place, Nubian 2. Really, really pretty. Oh, this is harder than I expected it to be. Thinking about it. The Lancome, this is the Hypnose palette, number 512, Rose Fusion. No, I love this. This is staying. This is one of those little e.l.f. bites size. I really love these. Let's get them all out here. I just ordered the green one. I really, really want that green one. So it's on its way in. Gosh, these are so good. You know, they don't take up much room. These should really just count as one palette, shouldn't they? I love them. I'm keeping them. There, this is the L'Oreal Paradise Peach. This is beautiful. I'm going to pass this on. Here, let's just go through all the Wet n Wilds I can find. Wet n Wild. So if you sent me any of these palettes and I let them go, it's not because I didn't appreciate it or love you. It's just being honest about whether I intend to use them in the future, and I would rather someone else get the use out of them than wind up in a landfill somewhere. So Hasta La Costa Baby. I really like this little palette. I actually dropped this and broke it. And have you ever tried to put Wet n Wilds back together again? So that's going to go in the throwaway pile because it's broke. These here, I probably should hang on to some Wet n Wild shadows in case I want to do a get ready with me. We should probably keep the newest ones. But these here, these are like the new packaging of old palettes they had, which I also got rid of at some point. And they don't hold a candle to the formula they replaced, I don't think. This Comfort Zone does not compare to the Comfort Zone of old. This shade makes this whole palette for me. That shade right there. And I have got Sydney Gray shadows and Urban Decay shadows that just beat the crap out of that. So I'm going to pass this on. This is just like a straight up dupe for the Modern Renaissance. The Modern Renaissance is so much better. Yeah, these are too orange for me now. Passing them on. These Wet n Wilds here I'm going to keep. This one is the green one. These are limited edition. This is called Jade and Quartz. Just in case I do a Wet n Wild get ready with me, I would like to have. And they're little, they don't take up much space, so I'm going to keep those too. These are from LA Girl. And they're good, but this one here's broke, so I'm going to throw that one out. This is good, but I've got better palettes with the same colors in them, so I'm going to pass that on. This is the only melt stack that I have. This was a gift to me, and I'm not going to get rid of it. It's the purple one, and I enjoy it, so I'm keeping it. It's Tarteist Pro. You know, I've hung on to this for a few declutters now, and the reason is because I keep giving all my Tarte eyeshadows away, and I thought, wouldn't it be nice to have a Tarte eyeshadow palette? But there's one in here I intend to keep, so the Tarteist Pro is going to be given away. Not that I don't think it's a good palette, it's just that I've got all these colors in other palettes that I am going to keep. So the Tarteist Pro is going to a new owner. Sydney Gray's Autumn Rain goes absolutely nowhere. And neither does Enduring Love. Come on, I'm not going to give away Sydney Gray's. And we might as well take these and pull these aside too. This is my Adept Cosmetics Z palette. It's loaded with single eyeshadows that I love the most. This is a collection of my favorite Lancome, MAC, Sydney Grace, and Makeup Geek eyeshadows. And they are going nowhere along with these. In the Balm of Your Hand, Volume 2. Oh, I love this. It's got purpley brown tones, some of my favorite blushes in them. Let's look at the blushes, because if I have the big ones, why would I keep this? In Stains Houndstooth, Fat Frat Boy, Down Boy, and Bahama Mama. Putting it over here, undecided. Urban Decay Electric. I tend to let go of a lot of things that are Urban Decay, but this has always survived. Undecided. All right, this stays. This is gonna probably be my only Tarte palette. I love this one, and it has special meaning. This one here I won in a bet from Shauna. I love Shauna. These are my colors, so I'm keeping this. Persona. This is like one of those palettes that you go, if I didn't have a YouTube channel and all I did was just my makeup every day for, you know, just going to my job, not doing bunches of colors or stuff, this would be a wonderful palette to invest and have. Okay, we'll come back to it. This is the Pat McGrath. No, this isn't going anywhere. It's the one that's got the green in it and stuff. No, this one stays. It's not going anywhere. I'm gonna put that over here. This is super old. Urban Decay Vice. I think it's 4. I don't know which one it is, but it does have special meaning to me, which is why it stays in here. Gosh, I'm gonna pass it on. This happens every single time. I love Lorac. Love Lorac shadows. This one here is the Lorac Pro, the original Lorac Pro. That is so excellent. This has got everything you could want in it. And that's why it still stays here, and the fact that this one also has sentimental value to me. All right, we're gonna put it over here to think about. Pure, Be Your Selfie. This is another one of those palettes where the eyeshadows and stuff are really good in it, but I've got so many palettes with these colors in it. And while I do love Pure now, okay, we're gonna think about it. I'm doing horrible, aren't I? No, this goes nowhere. This is the Balm Meat Matte Tremoni. This is my favorite, the Balm palette, hands down. Love this, it stays. Cover FX, I just got this, so this stays. Yeah, this is a base palette. It shouldn't be in here. This has never been used on camera yet. This is the LA Girl Fierce and Wild eyeshadow palette. I think I will keep this because I love these greens, and I do want to do a look with this before I ever consider about giving it up or anything. I do really like it. Since I'm getting rid of the other LA Girl shadows, I think I'll keep this. Natasha Denona Lila palette goes nowhere. This is staying. Sahara Alter Ego stays. This is one of my favorite palettes. Alice in Wonderland Urban Decay. No, goes absolutely nowhere. Do I use it? Heck no. It's still in its box. This is a special palette. This, not only because I love Alice in Wonderland, you can't get this anymore. That's not the reason. I mean, I would be keeping it for that reason anyway. But the reason that this stays is because this was given to me by my friend Cindy, who, if you're watching this, Cindy, I wish you would come back to YouTube. She sent this to me because I did a video one time where I said one of the regrets was not getting this palette, and she had gotten it, not used it, and sent it to me. Alice goes nowhere, ever. So this is the Daydream by Alter Ego, and I know you just saw me keep an Alter Ego palette, but I'm not going to keep this one because I have the one it's duping. So I'm going to send that on to someone else to enjoy. Kevin Kwan. This is a box set. It's purples and it's got this shimmer thing. Gosh, I love this. If you are hunting something really beautiful, this is, oh, I don't know. Maybe I should think about this. All right, we're going to think about it. I almost put it in that box, but we're going to think about it. This little Kat Von D, Shade and I already gave. I had a couple of others and I gave them away already. These are purples. Let's look at this one here. All right, because this is going nowhere. This is the KVD Metal Matte. I got matte at KVD and gave away all my stuff, but I kept this. And the reason is because my daughter and I got these together. Well, I bought me and her one. And then my granddaughter promptly tore hers up. It has beautiful shades in it. Does it have these purples? No. This formula I think is so good. I'm keeping both these. Okay, I got this from Prism Makeup. That was what Juno was selling before Juno started their own makeup. This isn't bad at all. I really like it. Particularly I like this silver, and this black is really good. But I don't tend to reach for these warm of colors anymore. I'm going to pass this on. This is another Lorac palette. Let's put this aside for right now because I've got more Lorac, and we'll see if I need to hang on to this or if I have the colors in other palettes. So we'll put that over there with Undecided. These are the Lancome palettes I just got in the holiday box. And Lancome's holiday box, I don't think that they have the best eyeshadows in those. But this year was pretty darn good. Here's the thing though, if I'm having to narrow out, I don't get the box for the shadows. The blushes are really nice. I mean, truly, if I want a Lancome shadow, I'll get a single because their singles are just stellar. I don't know, let's think about this. I know some people who would actually cherish this and use it more than I'm going to. Let's put it aside and come back to it. This is going nowhere, I can tell you that right now. It's the Lorac Pro Matte. Because this is the palette I reach for when I just don't want to think. A lot of times this stays on the vanity because it's got everything in it. I need to pull off a really quick neutral eye. It's going to go nowhere, but we're going to put it aside with the other Loracs. Colored Rain. This is the Queen of Hearts palette that everybody had to have because Miss Jaclyn Hill said, oh, this is so great. And that was during that time when I still cared what she thought. Going in the undecided. All right, these two are Loracs. We'll come back to them in a second. Okay, Barbie. Barbie's going nowhere. Not only was this a gift from one of you and that I cherish and love, it's not that old, it's gorgeous. So that goes over there. Emily, the Needs. Gosh, I do love this. It doesn't cost very much, so I could replace it. I don't travel, so I don't need an all-in-one palette, so I'm going to pass this on. Pat McGrath. This palette doesn't wow me. I mean, it's okay. Let's think about it. Put it in the think about it pile. Huda Desert, another palette that is very warm. I don't reach for this anymore. It's got a few shades in it I love. Well, I'm sorry about that. The camera shut off and I have no idea when it shut off. I hope that I didn't just ruin this video. Editing Mary here. So I know what it was that was missing. It was these. I had three. This one is Detour and this one is Shortcut, and I have the purple one too, which is called Bailout. Bailout, I decluttered. I gave that to my niece Brooke and I kept these two. That's what happened when the camera went off. Anyway, what I was talking about before I looked up and noticed that the camera wasn't on anymore was the Collab Best of Day palette and its color story and how it's like the modern Renaissance. Anything that has a repeated color story to the modern Renaissance has to go. Let's get into these color pop. So this one here, oh, okay, but hang on a second. Let's open up the So Jaded Kathleen Lights palette and take a look here. Okay, let's open them up and look. This one is the Kathleen Lights Dream Street. This is Give It To Me Straight. All right, these are these warm colors I love to look at but don't actually reach for anymore. So I'm going to pass on ColourPop's Kathleen Light Dream Street. I'm going to pass on Give It To Me Straight. These two. I'm going to pass on the Del Mar. I'm probably going to regret that, but I'm keeping So Jaded. Oh, this is a Wet n Wild blush, but I won't use this as a blush. It does, however, make a beautiful eyeshadow, and so I put it in with my eyeshadows. I'm going to put it right over there with the other two Wet n Wild palettes. I've been dreading having to talk about the Milk Cosmetics Gemini palette. I love that black. Will I use these greens? And this over here. I talked my friend Heba into purchasing this palette. I think I'm going to hang on to it because I may want to do a collaboration with Heba or something and show how this would look different on. Heba is a beautiful Egyptian woman and these colors look fantastic on her, and how the two might look different. I don't know why I'm telling you that in this video because I don't know if Heba would want to do that or not. I think I'll hang on to Gemini for right now. All right, this is the Believe. I just did a video on Believe. I'm going to let this go because I have plenty of this. This is staying. I'm sorry. I know I should get rid of this. This is so old. This is the Too Faced Love Sephora 15-year anniversary palette. Inside here are these gorgeous eyeshadows and stuff, but it also has Who's Your Poppy Blush, Sun Bunny Bronzer, Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. It still smells like that. This is very sentimental to me. This used to also have an eyeshadow primer and a little blush brush in there. I can't get rid of this. I probably, if I get rid of all of my collection, I would still have this. It was one of the first palettes I bought after I started my channel. I want to keep it. I want to keep it. These two Milanis. Okay, so we got the Most Loved Mattes. Oh my goodness, I need to wash this up. Oh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. And the Bold Obsessions, which I have a few in here that I have put X's on that I don't enjoy that much. Not that they're bad, I don't enjoy these two shades. And I wanted to remember that I don't enjoy those two shades. This one I'm going to pass on. This one, the mattes, oh, you know that's tough. I think I've decluttered all of my Milani palettes in past declutters, so I'm going to keep this one. This is the Balm Meat Matchmaker. This is so cute, and that's probably why it's still here, is because it's so cute. But what from the Balm isn't cute? But I think that it's just something I'm going to pass on. Not that it's not good, you know, everything I have is good, or it wouldn't still be here. No, I'm probably keeping this. This is going nowhere. This is my Too Faced Chocolate Gold. I decluttered the chocolate a long time ago, and sort of kind of from now and then regret it. But I really love all these shimmers in here. There's just a few mattes in here in this corner. But I love this, and it's going nowhere. The Peach palette is going nowhere. Still smells like peach. Love it. It's going nowhere. This can go nowhere, even though I don't know how often I'll actually reach for this. This would be the second time I let this palette go. So I'm going to hang on to it. So both these peaches I'm hanging on to. Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons. Love this. This thing made a year-end favorites for me once. But I think it's time for a new owner. I just got this, so it's going nowhere. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Platinum Bronze. This was a gift, so I'm keeping this. Obviously, these two Pat McGraths are being kept. So that would be the Divine Rose and the Mothership 2 Sublime. That's staying. The little one of these is in question. Ofra palettes, keeping. This is something that is oftentimes just sitting on my vanity because everything I need is in here. This is the Viseart Dark Mattes. Let's get all the Visearts out here. Viseart. Okay, this one here, like those, I depotted, and I kept the cases in case I ever wanted to put them back in. I did. I wanted to put them back in. However, I dropped these on the floor and they busted. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these are just outright busted. They are not, if I turn it upside down, they will fall out because I have not glued them back in there. See? This is not my favorite palette. I would feel terrible giving this to someone. I'm not going to use these. So you guys are going to see something that you'll never see probably anywhere else. I'm going to throw this palette away. I know, sacrilege, right? I can't believe I'm even saying this on camera, but I think what I'm going to do is put this over here in the throwaway pile, but I'm going to pull out my very favorite shades and put them in the Z palette with the other singles. All right, so what is this? I don't know. Oh, okay. No, this isn't going anywhere. This is just a little makeup geek, you know, transfer kind of palette. You know, you're going to travel or whatever. But these have purpley tones, and I know what these are. These are Sydney Grace eyeshadows and a blush. That's not going anywhere. This is my only Tom Ford, and this was a gift to me from my BFF, Michelle, and this is going nowhere. This blue is so stunning. And she got this one for me because it's got a green and a blue in it, and she knows me that well. So she got me this one. It is the 21 Last Dance. I keep it in this. This stays. This is the Lancome Monsieur Big. I am a 40+ year Lancome person. I'm speaking to you as a Lancome fan. When I tell you that Lancome palettes are like, they're okay. If you really want Lancome eyeshadows, go for the singles. They're stellar. But this palette, I take it back. This palette is excellent. And while it is still for sale, go buy this. Go buy this before they don't have this anymore. This is beautiful. I fully expected this to be a big cheesy mess, and I just got it so that I qualified for something else I was trying to buy. But it turns out this is an excellent palette that I use all the time. I love it, and as I said, before they decide to make this go away, if you've been curious about Lancome shadows and you don't want to pay $22 per, get this palette is the one to judge their shadows by. Okay, back to Viseart. So what do we got? We got these Theories. We got the Theory palettes and a Petite and the Tryst. Tryst stays. Love this color story so much. This was a gift to me, so that stays. The little Petite here was also a gift, Petite Pro. This is an excellent one for, it complements the Tryst very well. Has excellent shades in here, more neutrals, so cute, easy to pack and take with you, keeping that as well. This is Cashmere. So Cashmere, beautiful, but to be honest, I'm not reaching for them. I tried to put them in a Z palette so that I would reach for them, and I did not do it, so that's going to a better home than mine. Oh, this is the Amethyst one. I probably should hold on to the Amethyst because it's purples. And what's this one? This one is the Minx. Beautiful, again. Sorry, but I don't reach for it. Okay. This one is Nuance. I can almost assure you that Nuance is going to a better home. Again, beautiful shadows. Viseart performs well. Do not, I mean, you've got to be looking at me and going, you're giving 3 Visearts away and throwing another one away, and yet you kept 3 e.l.f. $3 palettes. Yeah, well, that's a testimony to e.l.f. more than it is Viseart. Viseart is excellent, but if I'm not using them, somebody else can actually give them a better home, correct? Let's keep all of these ABHs together. Violet Voss, the rainbow. Oh, no, I have to keep this. It's gorgeous. These colors, I'm not keeping a lot of colors, so let's think about it. Put it in the think about it pile. All right, back to Lorac. So let's do it. Let's think about the Loracs. I cannot be swayed by whether or not they are collectors or limited edition, right? So what do we got? This one stays. Pro Nat, the little one, that stays. This is the Desert Sunset. It's absolutely gorgeous, but I don't reach for it. Somebody else might. Lorac, oh my gosh, going to California. I love this, but if I'm being honest, it's the packaging that's making me hang on to it. Love these shadows, but I think they can be used by a better home. I will never get rid of Lorac Unzipped. Not only is this one of the greats, this has a shade, oh, these are all my shades. This is a set on your vanity kind of palette, but it also was bought for me by a very, very close friend that I love dearly. I won't get rid of that. And here we are back at this Lorac Pro Shadow palette again. Oh, this is so tough. All right, I'm gonna let go of this one. This is an excellent palette. It really, truly is. But if I'm gonna reach for purples and greens and all that stuff, then there's other palettes I reach for. But when I'm reaching for neutrals, I'm keeping Lorac for my neutrals, and there we go. I am so proud of me. I only kept 3 of those Lorac palettes. ABH was saved till last because ABH is the one area I regret. When I get rid of ABH palettes, I regret it. Even though Subculture, is that right? Is that the name of it? Subculture and Prism are kind of ones that people like to argue about. I regret having gotten rid of them because it broke up my set. I never had the Mario one, would have loved to have had that Mario one. But so this is what I have. Soft Glam, keeping. Sultry stays. The Sultry palette was one I didn't buy immediately because I thought, those are so boring. They're not. With my hair the way it is right now, this is a gorgeous palette that I reach for. I love it. Modern Renaissance. I don't reach for these kinds of colors anymore. But because I got rid of every color story that was like this. I did that because I knew I was going to hang on to Modern Renaissance. Norvina, staying. Okay, so this we're going to think about. All right, this is the Riviera, and the reason I say that is not because it's ABH, but because I have some colorful palettes over in the think about pile that we need to think about. This is the Jackie Aina. I love it. It stays. So pretty much keeping all my ABHs. All right, let's go back through the ones I said I was thinking about. Let's start with color. Okay, so Urban Decay Electric, Modern Renaissance, or not Modern Renaissance, ABH, Riviera, and keeping them all. No. I think I'm going to let go of my electric. I'm going to keep this. Oh, this isn't that old. Oh, I hate myself letting it go. Oh, I hate myself for that. I think I'm also going to pass these on. Even though I mean, the eyeshadows are good. I like them. Did looks with them. I bought the holiday palette for the Genifique and the Sills Booster and all the other stuff. And I'm hanging on to these because of the blushes. But if I'm honest, I am not going to open these up just to use the blushes. I've got so many other blushes. So these are going to a better home. Persona. Oh, this is so hard. Come back to it. This one. Stop it, Mary. Going to a better home. This one. Going to a better home. Oh, look how fast I'm going. Kevin Aquan. Going to a better home. Colored Rain. Oh my goodness. Going to a better home. No, it's staying. Huda Beauty. I love Oud. That is such a beautiful shade. Works so good. I love Eden. Pulling those two out and giving it away. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, I don't really like that I'm thinking about giving this away. Going to a better home. The Balm of Your Hand, Volume 2. This is a palette, if I ever did travel with, I would take this. It's keeping it. Personas, going to a better home. There, made that decision. Juvia's Place, The Tribe. Going to a better home. The Jaclyn Hill palette, original formula. I'm keeping it. Pat McGrath, this one. All right, let's pull that other one out. This is the one I love so much, and let's just see how well this goes together, because do these really complement each other that well? Going to a better home. All right, that's it. We're done. I feel so much better. I think all of this might actually go in one drawer, and that will leave me a whole other drawer to buy more. All right, that's it. If you guys stayed and hung in, I love you so much, because this was a pretty long video. Share with me below, because some of you were kind of shocked on Instagram about having that many eyeshadow palettes here. I thought that was about normal for us. Tell me below, how many eyeshadow palettes do you have? Do you have any of the ones I got rid of? Tell me stuff I want to know. But before I leave, I want to make sure you know that you're the best part of the Fritzy family. And if you're not having a blessed day, please go out and be a blessing to somebody else. And oh, by the way, I have now added blessing t-shirts below for those of you who are ashamed to go out public in your Fritzy family shirt. Mine's too little. I'm gonna have to get another one. But I do have Be a Blessing shirts on there, and you can spread that message as you go out into the world. Be a blessing to others. Everybody needs to hear that message. I hope you take that out into the world. I hope that you realize that if you are a blessing to others, whether you're having a blessed day or not, inside, it's going to make you feel so good. You're storing up treasures, and you're making somebody else's life just, yeah, they might just have their faith in humanity restored. You guys, I just love you so much. And until next time, love you, see ya. Bye. And I'm out.
Hi guys, it's Mary. What? This looks like I'm like plotting something, right? You have fallen into my little trap. We need to... Oh. And by the way, look at this crappy nail pop. So that's number 1. Oh, no, that one broke now. The end came off. What do you know? There's a sharpener. I shudder to think that these are... What? I shudder. I shudder to think. Why do people say that? I shudder to think. Do they actually go around shuddering while they're thinking, and then that became a phrase? I shudder to think. I shudder to think. Knock it off. Nobody... They got the point. Like I said, they last you for years, as long as you do that. Look at all the crap on you. Get it off. 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 I got it off. Woo! This one here is like the liquid. Oh my god. Look what you did. Oh no. You should have shook that up first. It's everywhere. Serious. I have a really pretty keyboard now. The one that I want. Baby. The one that I want. Baby. That's a mess. Look at that candle. It's almost completely burnt down. It's coffee scented. And then out there is like something else. And in the kitchen is something else. And when Shy Guy gets home, he's going to be like, oh my god, oh my god. Serious, you know what? The other day, like he's growing his beard long. And it's so beautiful and white. But this on the side's like real fuzzy. So I go, I can fix that. And I took my Enjoy wax and put it on there. He doesn't like the scent. And he's going around, he can't get away from it. He's like, it stinks, it stinks. He's in there washing his beard. What a pansy. I wanted to make sure you knew that you're the best part. You're the best fart. What the heck? Yo, fart.